really important to do pre-breeding checks in your heifers because these animals are what's setting up your herd for the future. Assessing whether these animals have reached sexual maturity, whether their pelvis has a conformation to produce a calf successfully is really important, and one, reducing the problems you get at your first calving, but also two, setting that heifer up for success in our breeding in the future. The first thing to do is manually check that there is a uterus and the heifer has a functional uterus. When twins are born, if a heifer and a bull are born at the same time, we get what's called a free martin, or a twin to a bull as some farmers know it as. So these can slip through the net and get to your breeding stock and will never be able to produce a calf. So it's important firstly for us to know that she has a functional uterus. Secondly, we can do what's called a breeding track assessment. So we're looking to see if this animal has reached sexual maturity, whether she's already had an ovulation or a heat, which lets us know that she's going to be cycling regularly, so that when she reaches the bull or is introduced to the bull, she's likely to get in calf within the first 2 cycles. Now, a pelvic score is a tangible measurement using a rice pelvimeter, which measures the breadth and height of the pelvis. From those measurements we can calculate the pelvic area and whether that animal, for its age, has either a large or a smaller pelvic area. Now, this is a handy add-on tool to weed out animals which maybe, when it comes to calving, will struggle to calve, or at worst case scenario, a caesarean. Following calving, animals can pick up infections, whether they've had a retained placenta. They can develop a condition called endometritis. Now, if you have infection within the uterus when it comes to bulling, that animal, although she may appear to be cycling normally, she will not be able to conceive. So checking that sort of thing in your cows as well as your heifers is worthwhile. At calving, many different things can happen. Whether it's a caesarean or a bad calving, there may be other functional problems that develop, which means this cow is less likely to conceive. And if you've got that information to hand, you can plan around whether you breed that animal or not. Heifer selection goes a long way beyond the pre-breeding check. There's many factors involved with it, and this is just one of them to help select the best possible animal going forward. So from a cost-benefit point of view, I think it's really worthwhile. A pre-breeding check and a pelvic score costs around about the same as it would be to PD a cow. It's just a quick examination, and it gives you a lot of information to save you money in the long run, because you may have heifers that are more likely to conceive. You've weeded out the ones that have either no functional uterus or haven't reached puberty, and following that we reduce our problems at calving time. So we reduce the potential for vet visits, maybe a caesarean, and also calving difficulties. So a heifer that has unassisted normal calving will go on, recover quickly and get back in calf quickly, which from an efficiency point of view is really worthwhile.